What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, back with episode 128 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best gaming setups to give you some ideas and inspirations for your own setup. If you see anything you'd like, I will have it all listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. Let's start off episode 128. In this episode of Room Tour Project is sponsored by Corsair and the Dark Core RGB SE wireless gaming mouse. With RGB lighting, a really unique texture, and of course a 1 millisecond response time, you don't have to sacrifice anything and your competitive play will not be jeopardized. And it'll help keep down the clutter with no cables. If you're interested, check the link in the description down below. Alright, so first up, you gotta brace yourselves because there's a lot going on with this one, as you'll see in a second. I've actually been putting off showing this one since like March because there is so much stuff, but let's just jump right in now. So check out his displays, all three of them are actually different. His primary monitor is a 25-inch Dell display at 1440p. The one on the left side is a 22-inch LG monitor in the vertical orientation, and the one on the right is a 23-inch Dell at 1080p. Then while we're here, you can see he has his headphones and headsets mounted above that. Let's go over that real quick. He has the Audio-Technica WS1100IS headphones with his primary headphones being the Philips Fidelio X2HR with a V-Moda Boom Pro for like a microphone. And for his headset, he has a HyperX Cloud Stinger. And for the rest of his peripherals, this dude's just got a lot going on, including the Topa Realforce RGB keyboard with some Royal Navy keycaps, along with a Vortex 3 keyboard and a Logitech G102 White Edition mouse. But now checking out his open-aired PC, this one's looking pretty cool. Inside is an Intel i7 6700K CPU with the Corsair H80i liquid cooler. We have 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM on a MSI Z170M mortar motherboard with a Palette GTX 1070 Jetstream GPU. That's all inside the Thermaltake Core P3 Snow Edition case. Definitely got a clean black and white theme going on inside. But let's take a look at the other end of the room because he's got a full-out sim racing rig going on too. I'll do my best to put the gear down below instead of just reading all this stuff off again because this is getting pretty crazy. But 3 displays, all like kind of wrapped around, and this just looks really cool, especially for racing. It's like he's, in the driver's seat here. Definitely crazy stuff. Like I said, 3 monitors here, 3 monitors on his main desk setup. This dude's just got a lot going on for this ultimate kind of gaming room here. Now we got Jake with the triple monitor gaming setup mounted cleanly on the wall with a ton of RGB going on with those light strips, the Nanoleaf Aurora panels. Let's check it all out. So all 3 of these displays are different. The primary one is going to be a 32-inch 4K LG monitor. The other one is a 27-inch 4K monitor. And then the third one here, the odd man out, is the HP Omen 27-inch, but it is a 1440p display with a 165Hz refresh rate. So a mix and match here. They don't all necessarily line up, but that's all right. Having the biggest one as your primary is going to give you that extra screen real estate to browse different applications and software with those side monitors. Now into the peripherals, we got some goods here. I spy the Elgato Stream Deck, one of my favorite products. For the keyboard, it is the Razer Black Widow Chroma, and the mouse is Logitech G502. That's sitting on the newer cloth edition of the Razer Firefly mousepad. Then over to audio, here is the Astro A50 gaming headset, along with his speakers, which aren't pictured, but they're the Bose Companion 2 Series 3 speaker setup. 2 Series 3. Good job naming that one there, Bose. And then over to the PC, of course, the RGB-ness continues there. RGB-ness always sounds like I'm saying, you know what. Inside, we have an Intel i7 8700K CPU with the Corsair H110i Extreme AIO. Got 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LED RAM on an Asus ROG Maximus X motherboard. I'm not going to do the Roman numerals right now because I'm slipping. With the Aorus GTX 1080 Ti Extreme GPU, all inside of the Corsair Crystal 570X RGB case. Comment down below, hashtag RGBness if you're still watching, and spell that how you please. So a very colorful triple monitor gaming setup here. Again, got the Aurora Nanoleaf light panels there to match him with the theme as he's doing, and he matches the RGB light strips behind his wall to his peripherals as well as the wallpapers here to make it all match, and I always love that. Definitely appreciate it. Then we have another very colorful setup here. This one's going to take advantage of, again, that extended real estate by using two curved ultra-wide monitors on the bottom with a mounted TV as the overhead. And multiple forms of RGB with the light strips behind the TV, the keyboard's shining, the PC's glowing, it's all here. So both of those monitors are from Samsung, the 34CF791, again 34 inches apiece, with the mounted TV being a 55-inch 4K TV from Samsung as well. Now for his peripherals, he has two sets of everything here. His primary keyboard is the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB, but you can see in the back that very colorful one. That's the GAN's GK87 Pro RGB keyboard, very flashy. And for his mice, the Logitech G900 along with the Logitech MX Master 2S mouse, all on an extended mouse pad from Corsair, the MM300. And then for audio, he's using the Corsair Void Pro RGB wireless headset, which is on top of their Corsair ST100 RGB headset stand, and that's also on top of the Audio Engine A5 Plus speakers. And then getting this trend going, those speakers now are sitting on the Corsair MM800 Polaris RGB mousepad. Both of these speakers are both on RGB mousepads, so lots of RGB and Corsair love going on here. Then checking out his PC, inside the NZXT S340 Elite case is an Intel i7 7700 CPU with the NZXT Kraken X52 AIO. Got 16 gigs of some G-Skull Trident Z RGB RAM on a Gigabyte Z270X Gaming 5 motherboard, and an MSI GTX 980 gaming GPU. Got some custom braided cables in there, a nice backplate to all add into the theme of RGB. But altogether, a very nicely laid out room here. Seems to be like a bedroom and stuff. Even got like a rainbow wall. Didn't even really point that out before. He's even got an RGB wall going on here. Tons of different colors, but it's all blending. And you know, when the lights are off, you got the RGB shining. It's all gonna mend together well. So very nice stuff. Now this is called doing the most with what you have, taking advantage of your space, because there is a ton of pixels here in this sort of confined little area that he still makes a banging gaming setup out of. He's using that massive 49-inch ultra-wide monitor from Samsung, and up top mounted is a sharp 70-inch TV, so holy damn. He's using the IKEA add-on unit on his desktop, kind of like, you know, some extra storage there. And yeah, there's some cables behind it going on, but let's just pretend we don't see that. Let's take a look at the rest of the goods. For his keyboard, he has the Razer Chroma V2 with yellow switches inside, and his mouse and mousepad combo is the new Razer Hyperflux. I did a review on that, and oddly enough, it has like no views. I think YouTube's hiding it. So if you're interested, definitely check out my review, wink wink. And for his primary headset here, he's going with the Astro A40s. And then for the PC, of an Intel 6700K CPU with the Corsair H150i Pro RGB AIO on the Asus ROG Maximus 8 Extreme motherboard, 64 gigabytes of some Corsair Vengeance LED RAM with the white, and a GTX 1080 from iChill for the graphics card, all inside the Corsair 570X crystal RGB case with that mirror finish, and a ton of the LL series RGB fans, again for the extra color. And I like adding the prints up on the wall just for some extra, you know, character to it. Got a nice shelf with some pop figures there, just showing off some things that you like and you enjoy to, you know, add some more character to the room. But altogether, like I said, for this kind of confined area, it looks like here, you've done a lot. You got a ton of screen real estate, a ton of pixels there. So that's definitely pretty crazy. I'm a fan of it. And then lastly, speaking of character, Matt goes all out because he's got some spookiness going on. I should have saved this for a Halloween edition, but I liked it. Wanted to get it out because this one's pretty cool. You can see on the wall he's got some Joker prints as well as some masks, like the whole lineup for Slipknot, which I can definitely appreciate. I was a huge Slipknot fan growing up, so digging that. I see some Scream masks, Michael Myers, Jason, but into the gear, which is what you guys are here for. He has a 34-inch LG as his primary display, with that overhead being a 23-inch Asus monitor. For its peripherals, he has the Razer Synosa Chroma keyboard with the Razer Death Adder Elite Chroma mouse on a nice black and red Vipum's extended mousepad. Then for audio, 3 different headsets here, including the PlayStation Gold wireless headset, the Turtle Beach Earforce X42, and the Playtronics Rig Flex gaming headset. Definitely got some options. Then for his PC, a nice, you know, dark and gory kind of red going on here. Inside his Fantex Eclipse P400S case is an Intel i7 i7 7700K CPU with the Corsair H100i V2 AIO, 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LPX RAM, and an Asus GTX 1080 Strix graphics card. But yeah, definitely fitting in with that dark kind of red theme he's got going on to match the horror essence, if you will. So I'm a big fan of it. Again, having the RGB light strip span here gives it this ominous kind of look. All the masks, definitely a spooky gaming setup, but I encourage more people, like I usually do, to branch out more, add some more character and personality to your gaming setup just to make it very unique and your own. So big props, Matt. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 128 of Room Tour Project. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, check the links in the description down below for all the products you saw. I have them listed down there for you, as well as some simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be possibly considered to be on a future episode of Room Tour Project. Just check the links down below for everything. If you liked the episode, give it a thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And last, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.